Hard luggage or soft luggage, which is best? So I want to chat about the pros and cons of using hard luggage cases, panniers, versus soft throw-over bags. This is a question that I used to have when I started off traveling with bikes. And a disclaimer, I've never owned hard luggage. I've used it once. I've never used it on a trip. So if you disagree, if you're using hard luggage, please comment below to help out the viewers. But I've used soft luggage, various bags over the years extensively, and I'm going to chat about the pros and cons of each. I want to quickly thank GS Gear for sponsoring this video. They supply GS owners with affordable accessories, protection for the bike, and rider gear. Go check them out at gsgear.co.za. Okay, so let's talk about hard luggage. Probably the biggest benefit of hard luggage is they look good. I mean, Ewan and Charlie used hard luggage, those massive GS Adventures with the top box and the hard cases with the tent across the back seat. It just looks like you're adventure riding. Yes, so it looks better than the bags. No, I'm joking. The real advantage for me that I can see, and from experience using soft luggage, is the fact that hard luggage is secure. You can lock the cases, so you can leave your bike. As long as your bike is secure, your luggage inside the cases will probably be still there the next morning. And this is what we found, and something I didn't even consider when we did our 3-month trip through Africa. As soon as we hit the road, I realized that even if you stop at border crossings, if you have to go into the immigration office, all your possessions are just in bags that can easily be opened or cut off from the bike. So we always had someone stay with the bikes or stopped where there's a policeman or someone that can watch your bike, and that's a real pain. So hard luggage, really that is probably the biggest benefit, is the fact that you can lock up your stuff in your boxes. And then another benefit that I've heard people say is you can use it for other stuff. I've seen people use it for jack stands. I don't think I'll do it with an expensive aluminum top box, but you can sit on it, you can use it as a table. I don't think I'll pay thousands of dollars for that, but that is a benefit that I've seen. Then quickly some cons of hard luggage. The first one, and the biggest reason why I don't have them probably, is because it's expensive. You can pay almost half of what I paid for this 2006 GS Adventure, and for me that's just not worth it. Another concern that I have is that if you fall over, I do a lot of dirt riding, if you fall, there's a good chance that you might damage your boxes. Yes, you can bang them out, but if you damage one of the securing mechanisms, then you might be stuffed and you might have to leave the box somewhere. So that is a big concern. We've all seen these videos where someone misjudges the width of their bike. They hit a cliff or a dock or somewhere. There's this guy hitting like a small little pole in a dock, and the bike falls into the ocean. So that is a problem if you're riding more technical terrain, or if you lane split in traffic. So top boxes, it makes your bike bigger. You can hurt yourself if you get your leg trapped under a box. So those are the drawbacks. For me, the biggest one is that it's expensive and you can easily damage that expensive box. So go check out GS Gear's website. It's linked below. On the site there's a list of rider training courses in South Africa, and they also ship across the whole country, so go check it out. Okay, so let's talk about soft luggage. I've always used soft luggage. From our first trip around South Africa, we did a 3-week trip on small little Chinese bikes. We used soft luggage on all our trips through Namibia, the Wild Coast, up the West Coast. We always used soft luggage. It's just lighter. I used to ride 650s. On our trip from Cape Town to Cairo for 3 months, we used soft luggage. Like I mentioned, the biggest drawback was the security. So we had to check the bikes or take off our luggage each time. but I've always used soft luggage without any issues. So let's chat about the pros and cons. So the biggest benefit, apart from being cheaper, and you can get much cheaper options like these amphibious 30-liter bags. I mean, you get expensive ones like the Moscow Moto, that's $1,200 for two 30-liter bags. These amphibious bags were just over $100 from GS Gear. So for a tenth of the price, you can still cross Africa with all your luggage, and they're waterproof. We'll do another video specifically on these bags. So they're less expensive, that was my main thing. But they're also lighter. Because we ride off-road, we ride in sand, technical stuff, a lighter bike is just more manageable and there's less chance of stuff breaking. The bags are more flexible in terms of not just flexible, but they can expand if you want to put more stuff in there. As you use your food and throw away stuff that you don't need, you can tighten the bags up to make it smaller and lighter. So they are more flexible. You can also remove the whole bag. We had to do that often on our Cape to Cairo trip. If you stayed up in a hotel or motel somewhere away from your bike, you can just grab your bags and carry them. It's lighter than carrying boxes. Or at least for the boxes you can take out the inner bags. I know that's the thing. Bags are safer in case of a tumble. You're not going to hurt yourself on these bags if your legs get stuck under there. In most cases, if something happens to them, it tears, you can fix them with duct tape. I had a tank bag that I fixed with duct tape, and for more than a month I traveled like that. I just wrapped more duct tape around it, and I had my camera in there and a whole lot of other stuff that was important, tools. And you can strap the bags with extra straps if they start sagging or whatever. So they are more flexible. Soft bags aren't without their drawbacks. I think the biggest one is the fact that it's not secure. You can take a knife to it, you can just open them, you can cut them off and remove them. So they're really not secure. You wouldn't want to leave your bike anywhere for even more than a few minutes unattended if it's a shaky area. So that is probably the biggest drawback with soft luggage. Another thing that you have to watch out for is they are not secure. They won't keep your stuff inside safe if you fall over. Like if you put your camera in a soft bag, that's no good, because if you fall, there's a good chance that you're going to break it. And you also don't want to put too heavy stuff in there, like all your tools, because you might start tearing the securing straps. Another one that I know is a big thing if you buy a big expensive GS Adventure for $20,000 is they look crap. They don't make your bike look more hardcore. It looks cheap. Now I paid $2,500 for this bike, so I don't care. And then another one drawback is that they can melt on your exhaust, and it happens. So you really have to be careful. You have to check your luggage often. And I've heard of people really hurting themselves or even getting killed where the luggage wasn't secured and it fell down, got snagged in the rear tire, and they veered off the road. So you have to be careful. Just check your luggage often. I check mine every day, make sure it doesn't touch the exhaust, doesn't touch the wheels, and that it's secure, not like these that's flapping around. So I would actually secure these to the frame better before I go ride. Thank you for joining. If you have any other comments on soft versus hard luggage, especially if you ride with hard luggage, if I missed anything, please comment below. And if you have any questions, let me know. I'll see you next time. Cheers.